Carlos King has officially cut ties with Maurice and Marsau Scott after their shocking arrest, a move that has sent shockwaves through the world of reality TV. The news broke quickly, sending the internet into a frenzy. Fans, critics, and insiders alike have been left questioning the real reason behind this sudden decision and what led to the dramatic fallout. To understand what went wrong, let's dive deep into the events that sparked this chaos, how it all escalated so quickly, and why Carlos decided that enough was enough. The drama all started one fateful Saturday night, outside a popular lounge in Huntsville, Alabama. Maurice and Marsau Scott were attending a private event when things took an unexpected turn. At first, it seemed like a regular night out, but soon, the tension between the two brothers boiled over. Witnesses have reported that the argument began as a heated disagreement, possibly about business dealings, but it didn't stay verbal for long. What started as just a shouting match escalated into a full-blown physical altercation. As things got out of hand, people nearby tried to calm them down, but the situation spiraled even further. By the time security intervened, it was too late. Police were called, and both Maurice and Marsau were arrested for disorderly conduct and disturbing the peace. What made this whole situation even worse was that someone in the crowd managed to capture the entire incident on video. Within hours, the footage was all over social media, with fans and followers reacting in shock and disbelief. For some, this kind of behavior wasn't surprising, considering the growing tension between the brothers had been noticeable for some time. For others, it was a disappointing and embarrassing moment that tarnished their reputation. Fans flooded the internet with their thoughts, some saying they were not shocked at all, others commenting that the brothers' egos had finally ruined everything they had built. One person even suggested that this altercation was bound to happen, given the mounting pressure from both personal and professional issues between the brothers. But what really led to this fight? Was it just a moment of anger, or had something been brewing under the surface for a long time? As it turns out, the drama didn't start that night. The tension had been simmering for months, maybe even years, building up from both family and business disagreements. Maurice and Marsau have worked together for a long time, running a construction business and even working on projects for the show. But behind the scenes, sources say there were multiple clashes between them, disagreements over financial decisions, project management issues, and even arguments over who was getting credit for certain deals. On top of all this, there were whispers about their family dynamics. Fans may have seen some of these tensions play out on the show, with moments where Marsau's blunt comments seemed to rub Maurice the wrong way. Maurice, in turn, often tried to mediate conflicts, but Marsau would feel undermined and frustrated. The cracks in their partnership were not just about business. There were also ongoing struggles related to their family dynamics and how their storylines were being portrayed on the show. Viewers saw moments of awkwardness between them in public, from forced smiles to uncomfortable body language. Even in a recent episode, Marsau accused Maurice of playing both sides during a group argument. While Maurice tried to brush it off, fans could tell it left a mark on their relationship. The tension was only growing, and it seemed like things were slowly unraveling. As the brothers' professional and personal conflicts continued to grow, rumors began to swirl. Fans began to speculate that Marsau felt overshadowed by Maurice's increasing influence on the show. On the other hand, Maurice was reportedly frustrated with Marsau's unwillingness to take responsibility for certain business dealings. Behind closed doors, sources claimed there were even whispers about Marsau accusing Maurice of leaking personal information to producers to stir up storylines. While these were just rumors, they added more fuel to the fire. Then came the fight. What started as a minor disagreement turned into a massive public spectacle that no one saw coming. As the video of the altercation spread across social media, Carlos King, the producer of the show, had no choice but to step in. He could no longer turn a blind eye to what was happening, especially after the brothers' actions had become public. The situation was now bigger than just an argument, it had become a full-blown scandal. Carlos wasted no time making his decision. Within days of the incident, Carlos announced that he was officially firing both Maurice and Marsau Scott from the show. Carlos didn't release a long, public statement about the decision. However, Sources close to the production revealed that his reasoning was rooted in protecting the integrity of the show. It wasn't just the fight itself that led to the decision, it was the optics. The viral video of the fight had gone far beyond what should have been a private issue. What had happened outside the lounge was no longer just a personal matter, it was now affecting the reputation of the show. With legal issues tied to the brothers' names, Carlos felt that keeping them on the show could jeopardize sponsors, partnerships, and the overall reputation of the brand. Fans quickly reacted to Carlos's decision. Many agreed that it was the right move, stating that while the Scott brothers had been central to the show's storylines, their actions had crossed a line. Some fans even speculated that Carlos may have been looking for a way to shake up the cast and saw this as the perfect opportunity to make a bold move. Regardless of the motivation, it was clear that Carlos had sent a strong message: no one is above the rules, even if they are central to the show's narrative. But how did the Scott brothers respond to being fired? Maurice was the first to speak out. He posted a lengthy statement on social media where he took full responsibility for his part in the altercation. He acknowledged that things had gotten out of hand and apologized to fans, the network, and his family for the embarrassment caused. Maurice also expressed that this was not the example he wanted to set for his children or for the community. His message was one of accountability, and fans quickly praised him for owning up to his mistakes. Marsau, however, took a different approach. Instead of offering an apology, Marsau posted a short video where he downplayed the situation. He called the incident a misunderstanding that had been blown out of proportion and suggested that the media had exaggerated the details. Marsau's response came off as more defensive than remorseful, and while some fans supported him, many others felt he missed an opportunity to take responsibility for his actions. The contrast between Maurice's apology and Marsau's defensive tone didn't go unnoticed. Fans quickly pointed out that Maurice seemed genuinely sorry, while Marsau appeared more concerned with defending his actions. In the days that followed, insiders began to share more about what had been happening behind the scenes. According to sources close to the cast, the feud between Maurice and Marsau wasn't just about business or TV drama, it had been building for years. Maurice reportedly felt overshadowed by Marsau's bold personality and his constant need to take control of projects. Meanwhile, Marsau felt that Maurice wasn't pulling his weight in their joint ventures. But it wasn't just business that caused tension. There were also family issues, with whispers of jealousy over who was getting more attention on the show. One insider even claimed that Marsau accused Maurice of leaking personal information to producers in an effort to stir up drama for the show. But it wasn't just emotional tension that had been building. Financial stress had also been quietly contributing to the conflict between the brothers. Sources revealed that both Maurice and Marsau had been struggling with some behind-the-scenes financial issues. Not all of their business ventures had gone as planned, and debts were beginning to pile up. This financial pressure added another layer to their already strained relationship and set the stage for the explosive fight outside the lounge. As if things weren't complicated enough, the fallout didn't stop with Carlos's decision to fire the brothers. The situation quickly escalated from a reality TV scandal into a legal battle. Both Maurice and Marsau were arrested and booked on assault charges after their physical altercation. Lawyers quickly got involved, and both brothers are now facing the possibility of fines, probation, or even jail time, depending on the outcome of their cases. But the legal troubles don't end there. The network that produced the show has reportedly begun reviewing the brothers' contracts, especially the clauses that deal with conduct and public image. If it's determined that they violated these clauses, they could be sued for breach of contract or even lose any remaining pay tied to their appearances on the show, and as if that wasn't enough, the fallout from this fight is threatening to affect their businesses as well. Advertisers and investors have reportedly started pulling back from any partnerships involving Maurice and Marsau. The viral video of the altercation has left many questioning whether it's wise to align with the Scott brothers, and some fans are wondering whether this scandal could tank their careers outside of reality TV. So, what's next for Maurice and Marsau? Some fans believe Maurice might try to make a quiet comeback, focusing on a redemption arc that includes public apologies and charity work to clean up his image. On the other hand, those who support Marsau believe he won't back down. Instead, They think he'll double down, defend his actions, and keep pushing his narrative. Whatever happens next, one thing is clear, both brothers have a long road ahead if they hope to rebuild their careers and their reputations. As for Carlos, he's already moved on. With the Scott brothers out of the picture, the future of the show remains uncertain. Will the drama continue to unfold, or has this scandal marked the end of an era for this reality TV family? Time will tell, but for now, the big question remains, can Maurice and Marsau come back from this, or have they both officially been cancelled? What do you think? Should Carlos have fired the Scott brothers, or should they have been given another chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, give it a like, subscribe for more updates, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next big update.